Hey guys, it's Sandra from Inspired Keys, and today, because I've got some pain on my fingers and I can't really play on the worship keyboard, I've decided that I'm going to just move away from the keyboard and share something quite personal with you guys. So some of you will know that I recently had a baby, and this baby is a miracle baby that God has amazingly provided. So it has taken me some time before I started feeling comfortable with the idea of sharing it with the world, which is why I decided to create this video. So stay tuned if you want to find out more about God's miraculous provision of a baby, and also about how we struggled with infertility for years. So my husband and I got married at 2010, and ever since then we were very open to having a baby. And in 2011 I did conceive, but then that lasted just for 10 weeks. So the baby died in a miscarriage, and that was really one of the biggest setbacks I've ever had in my whole life. And it really crippled me quite a bit, and I needed a lot of time to heal emotionally. So that was very tough, but I moved on and decided, I'm still young back then, and decided, yeah, I want to keep trying. But then I never did get pregnant, and there were many years that passed with no fertility help, but we just kept trying on our own and we just never did get pregnant. So we actually did get some fertility help in 2015. 2016 actually. Yes, it was 2016. And I went through this process called the HSG, which I got very scared from it when actually it wasn't that painful at all. That didn't help. I also tried taking this pill that's worked for a lot of my girlfriends called Clomid. It didn't work for us as well. I just didn't conceive from it. And at that point, we've already tried having a baby for about 6 years. And it was, of course, extremely discouraging. There are many times when I would absolutely just break down every time I see that it's a negative test, or that I get my period, and it's just incredibly discouraging. And I really wanted to, it's obviously very hard for me to share this, but I felt like when I went through it, I was incredibly discouraged. I also felt like I was the only one, when I know I can't possibly be the only one, because I know there are people also around me who are dealing with infertility, but it's not the sort of thing that you talk about openly with anyone just anytime. It's a very deeply personal thing. Neither is it something that even if a good friend asks, you would be ready to share, because it's just an incredibly emotional topic. So I wanted to make sure I shared this in this video, that when I was struggling with the infertility issues, and when I was on social media, and I would keep seeing, like how Facebook likes to bump up posts of friends who have a whole lot of likes and comments. So typically those posts will be about people getting pregnant, ultrasound photos, birth announcements, and for a season, and for many years actually, it just felt like everybody was getting pregnant but me. And if you've been trying for a baby for a while now, you might echo what I feel. So I really wanted to come out there and in this video talk about how I felt. Like, it was absolutely terrible just seeing yet another post of another friend who has given birth to her 4th child, and here I am with 0. And it was extremely difficult. There came a point where I was struggling so badly that I actually quit Facebook, and I also quit Instagram, and I just could not bear looking at news like this, because it was just stabs in the heart every time I see news like that. Yes, I have my faith in God. Yes, I know God's timing. Yes, I know God loves me. Yes, I know God knows what I want and gives the desires of my heart. But as long as I am not pregnant yet, I'm just not ready to see news about this kind. So yes, leave a comment below if you watched the video to this point and you can echo how I felt. And if you've been feeling this way, I just wanted you to know that you're not alone, and there are tons of people sharing, tons of people struggling with infertility, but it's just not the kind of thing that everyone's ready to share on Facebook. Like, guys, gosh, I'm struggling and I'm very discouraged about infertility. No one in their right mind really talks about this openly because it's so deeply painful and personal and incredibly discouraging. So, yes, I just felt like I needed to share this to anyone who might be watching this video and feeling the same way. So at some point, I just felt like, you know what, I'm just gonna not waste my time just trying to get pregnant, which was also how Inspired Keys was born, because I decided I wanted to use all that waiting free time that I had to build something and to bless the Worship Keys community out there. And so that's also how this YouTube channel was born, and Inspired Keys and the Inspired Keys Academy. So I just want to give God glory for how He's given me the strength to build something while waiting those 7 years to get pregnant. So here's the situation. My husband and I, we migrated to Melbourne, Australia in February of 2017, and 1 week of moving into Melbourne, I got pregnant. I will tell you that I stared at the positive test with shivering hands, didn't burst out in tears because I was just in pure shock, and it was incredible. Now, you wouldn't believe this. You would think like, yay, that means I will be jumping back on Facebook again and I'll be fine and back in social media. Actually, no. Actually, there was a ton of fear. It was very, very, very scary because, okay, great, I'm pregnant and I might lose it again like I lost my baby in 2011. So the fear also was the reason why you completely didn't know I was pregnant, because I didn't tell anyone. I just didn't want to tell anyone and then have to retrack that news, because what if I lose the baby? And so the whole time I just kept really close to God and I felt like I had to hide into my little cave and just let this pregnancy end and only announce it when the baby's born, like in my arms, and have something to show for, instead of just telling the world I have a positive test. So I was deeply private, and I just kept extremely quiet because of this fear. Fast forward 9 months, God is amazing. There were many little moments when I would have little scares, like accidentally bump my tummy, and what if I accidentally ate something I shouldn't have, and there's just so much fear that can come into a pregnancy. So if you are pregnant, or if you know someone who's pregnant, be sure to just give them so much encouragement and pray for them. So God is really good, kept the pregnancy safe for 9 months, and gave birth naturally, and actually with God's help. I don't know how I did it, but I didn't have any pain relief as well. If you would like me to go into deep details with my childbirth story, be sure to leave a comment below to let me know. So, gave birth, thank God, extremely safely. I will tell you that there was a lot of fear that happened during the labor process. The labor process was a lot longer than I expected. So at some point I felt like I had thoughts on what if the baby has died in there, and I've had the pregnancy for so long, up to 9 months, and I don't have a baby to show for, and I felt extreme stress from the pushing stage, because trust me, it was so hard. The baby took so long to come out. And God is just good. Like, fast forward, baby's in my arms, and I just wanted to tell the world in this video that it is possible. God is a miracle working God. And I experienced it for myself, and it is incredible. It's really, I cannot have any words, because you might be wondering, did we get pregnant from any fertility help? Well, the help was in 2016 and I got pregnant in 2017. So no, we didn't try particularly hard. We were in fact extremely busy with the migration process. We moved to our new house. We were sleeping on the floor when I found out I was pregnant. So If there's any takeaway from this video, I just want you to know that God is a miracle working God. Why did he make us wait 7 years? I don't know. It was a very painful 7 years. It was definitely not smooth sailing. There were lots of tears, lots of kneeling on the floor, lots of going to the altar calls and responding to preachers who say, come forward if you want to get pregnant. Tons of that, lost count. Tons of people laying hands on us. Tons of people praying, open up her womb. And God just made us wait 7 years. 7 is not a magic number, so I'm not saying that you will get pregnant in 7 years. It could be any number. It could be, it's God's timing. We don't know why we had to wait so long. I do believe perhaps in the process, God is growing our patience, our perseverance, and purifying our motives and training and whipping us into shape because he knows the curriculum best for our individual lives. And I just wanted to say that if you're discouraged about infertility and you're watching this video, that I have prayed a prayer for you, especially just because I know how incredibly damaging and discouraging it is. And it's something that not anyone's ready to just talk about. So I want you to know that I am praying for you who are watching this, whenever you're watching this. This is recorded in March of 2018, but whenever you're watching this video, I am asking God to use this video to encourage you that you're not alone. At least there's me who has been through those crying in the room for hours and claiming words and verses and just waiting until God just decided to do a miracle. And yes, God is a miracle working God. No reason why he made us wait or anything, but yes, that was what happened for us. So trust his timing, cling on to his word. Peace that transcends understanding will guard your heart and mind in Christ Jesus, from Philippians 4. So I just really want to encourage you with this video. Please share this video with a friend if he or she has been trying to have a baby and have been waiting for many years and might be feeling discouraged. So now here's the interesting thing. You might think, yay, I'm extremely happy now because I have a baby, right? Well, it's so hard, so hard being a mom. It's so hard being a parent. My baby is 4.5 months old as I speak, and in the next video, I'm actually going to share about what it's really like having a baby. So if you've been thinking, yay, it's going to be wonderful, the grass is always greener, right? So when you're not pregnant, you think life is awesome when you have a baby. Okay, so I have my next video where I'm going to share all the struggles that I'm going through. I will not say that life is awesome. Believe it or not, I still sometimes think, oh, I miss the good old days when I didn't have a baby and I had all the free time to do whatever I wanted to do. Well, stay tuned in the next video. I will talk about what it's really like having a baby. So thanks so much for watching this video. If this video helped, please give a like. Also subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about my life stories, such as this one, as well as Worship Keys videos. Also, be sure to check out the Inspired Keys Academy if you want to master Worship Keys skills more quickly, because you get to access the 31 Days to Better Worship Keyboard Playing ebook. You get your Worship Keys questions answered with priority, as well as access all the Worship Keys courses that I have created. If all of that sounds interesting to you and you want to learn Worship Keys faster, be sure to check out the Inspired Keys Academy. You can do so at inspiredkeys.com/join, and I look forward to seeing you in the Academy and helping you take you to the next level of Worship Keys playing. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and God bless.